Today we will learn how to knit a popsicle cozy. If you've never knitted before, we'll also learn how to cast on stitches, knit, purl, bind off, and sew our final product. For that purpose, you will need yarn, needles, scissors, and a sewing needle. Let's start with casting on our stitches. Our project needs 12 stitches to cast on, and we're gonna use the simplest cast on method there is. It's only twisting stitches around your needle. So we'll start with the first one. Just gonna twist the tail around, then twist it around your finger and put it on the needle. Twist it around your finger and on the needle, on your finger, twisting on your finger, going on your needle, twisting on your finger, twist, twist, till you reach 12 stitches. After that, we'll start our knitting our project. There are two main stitches in knitting: the knit stitch and the purl. The difference is that the knit stitch produces a very smooth and flat fabric, and the purl stitch produces a very bumpy side. So let's start with our project. Usually the first stitch of any project you just slip without knitting on your right needle. So when you knit the knit stitch, your working yarn comes from the back, and your right needle goes through the front of the leg of the stitch. There are 4 steps of each stitch: going through the stitch, wrapping around the needle, then coming off the stitch and off the needle. So let's try it again. Going through the left side of the leg of the stitch, wrapping around our yarn. Make sure you hold that yarn with your needle so your tension of the stitches is the same, and then taking it off and off the needle. Your left thumb will help you hold both of the needles, so make sure your yarn comes from the back. You go through the front of the leg. Your thumb holds both of the needles together. Your right hand will wrap around from under the needle. Hold it together with your needle and then take off the stitch. And there's a little rhyme that goes with it. In through the front door, around the back, peek through the window, and pop, and off pops Jack. Let's try it one more time. In through the front door, around the back, it peek through the window, and off pops Jack. In through the front door, around the back, peek through the window, and off pops Jack. In through the front door, around the back, peek through the window, and off pops Jack. In through the front door, around the back, peek through the front door, and off pops Jack. In through the front door, around the back, peek through the window, and off pops Jack. In through the front door, around the back, peek through the window, and off pops Jack. In through the front door, around the back, peek through the window, and off pops Jack. In through the front door, around the back. Oops. We'll put the stitch back. And we'll try again. In through the front door, around the back, peek through the window, and off pops Jack. Then you turn your project and you slip your first stitch with nothing. So we will be doing the purl stitch right now. For the purl stitch, you're working on this time will be on the front of your project, and then we're gonna be going through the right side of the leg of the stitch, and it will be in under the fence. Grab the sheep out of the fence and off we leap. In under the fence, grab that sheep out of the fence and off we leap. In under the fence, grab that sheep out of the fence, off we leap. Under the fence, grab that sheep out of the fence, off we leap. Under the fence, grab that sheep under the fence, off we leap. Under the fence, grab that sheep out of the fence, off we leap. Under the fence, grab that sheep out of the fence, off we leap. And we finish the row. Once your project reaches 3.5 inches, we will bind off, sew the edges together, and our project is done. Let's start binding off. The binding off, we can use the purl stitch, and it's a very easy binding. So we will purl them together, 2 stitches at a time, and we do purl the first stitch, and then we put back the stitch that we already created back onto the left needle, and then we knit both stitches together, and we keep doing that till the end. We put the newly created stitch back onto the needle, we stitch them together, we knit, purl them together, and then we are finishing out this our finishing edge. We'll knit them 2 at a time, and we are almost done. Alright, so make sure you make them a little bit tighter so you don't have big stitches that are not, they're different but not too tight. Okay, almost there. And a few more. You put the new stitch back onto the needle, knit 2 together, and alright. Oh, this is the last one we do. Okay. We are cutting our tail. We put our tail through the loop of the last stitch, pull it off, we get our needle. Oh, it tangled. That's okay. And then we will stitch both sides together. We will weave in the end so they don't show, and you just go. And then our final product is right there. This is our seam, and we are all done. Happy knitting!